Yes, sir. Just open up your ear and let me crawl into your mind. All this shit don't run out the world. But first, what I like is just vibe. Yeah. That's just a little peek into my creative process. Yeah, my creative process. Yeah. That's just a peek into my creative process. You must be careful because I kill folk a lot less. A peek into my creative process. I kill folk a lot less. And sometimes I'm a monster like a Loch Ness. But just watch this. I don't give a fuck if you're not this. I'm still popping. I go even further because I'm a Cancer. And that's a triple entendre. Pimping out Sherane just so I can pay Sharonda. I wonder how I don't get killed as I wander. Too many snakes up on my plane. Ice Cube, Anaconda. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how I don't get killed as I wander. Too many snakes up on my plane. Ice Cube, Anaconda. I'm a monster. I'll switch it up, D-boy style. I'm talking 8-1 Yoda, nothing but yard slabs and boulders. I whipped so much work, I tore a muscle in my shoulder, nothing but hustle in my quota. Plus water blowing soda. I swear to God, my stove ran off a V12 motor. A little twist to my wrist, back and forth like this. Hit it with a little ice and watch it lock like this. No, not like this. I didn't want to do it like I was kind of thinking black, but shit, I guess I'm gonna blew it. I guess I'm going through it, but man, let me take you there. I remember 10 whole years them hoes had me in they snare. I'm still thugging, cuz fuck TDC. I'm in these streets and they really hate to see a nigga like me free, but I'm gonna keep it G until the day that I'm gone. Taking my swisher to the dawn like a young Al Capone, I'm on the throne. I hope you feeling in the zone. It's time for this price of knowledge. Watch how my shit come on. Hey, off the dome, I'm so low. I'm too hot to handle, I'm just too cold to hold. She got me feeling like Goldie. Got me feeling like Goldie. Yeah. We on it. Listen to that piano, man. Wow. Shit will get real, y'all. It's time to put all bullshit aside for real. And time to bring this week to a culmination, okay? Because what it was, y'all already know who it is, and y'all tuned in with Priceless Knowledge of Self, and this right here ain't shit but a little cosmic insight, y'all. And hey, man, that was a little bit of a showcase, man. You know, me putting a little bit of my skills on display. That's what I've been doing, but that's beside the fact, because that attention-seeking behavior, it can be a motherfucker. Because this right here, this a little something about those people that have the Black Moon, Lilith, and Leo in their natal chart. These motherfuckers. But before we even get to that, you already know what I'm gonna do first, man. I'm gonna bring y'all a little bit on the meaning of Lilith and the mythology behind it. And then I'm gonna bring y'all a little bit of the energy that comes along with it and how it works. And then I'm gonna bring y'all a little bit on the sign of Leo in astrology. Then after that, we're gonna bring it all to a head. So without further ado, let's get it cracking. You know what I'm saying? So Lilith comes to us through Judaism or Jewish mythology. And Lilith was the first woman. And her and Adam were created at the same time and created equally. She was not created of Adam or of his rib. She was equal to him in every way, not submissive or subordinate. So anytime y'all think that women are supposed to be weak or none of that, no, y'all probably got it twisted, bruh. You know, I'm just gonna tell you straight up. So anyway, after they were made, everything was good in the hood until it was time to consummate the relationship physically, to get nasty. And so when it was time for that, Adam says, lay down so that I may lay on top of you. And Lilith ain't feeling that. She said, nah, bro, you lay down so I may lay on top of you. And Adam, he ain't having that shit either. So they start tripping, you know what I'm saying? They banging on each other. And eventually the angel of the Lord had to come down with what, God has to say about it, or the creator has to say about it. And he basically sided with Adam. And in siding with Adam, that pissed Lilith off. And she dipped out to, in some mythologies, to become a demon that, seduces men to their demise. She might be one that steals and kills babies. She might just be the devil's bed, Lucifer's bedfellow, his, the chief goddess of hell, all kinds of things. But really, that's beside the fact. What this is strong, dark, sexy, feminine intensity. Period. And it's not so receptive. And Eve is there because after that happened, Adam wanted a mate. So God then took his rib, put Adam to sleep, took one of his ribs and made Eve, who is of Adam and was made to be submissive of Adam. You know what I'm saying? But Eve and Lilith are two whole different animals, man. Two different species. So there's some news you can use on that, man. And so in astrology, in everybody's chart, including mine, there's an indicator of dark karma, and that's kind of like where Lilith becomes a factor. And just like the nodes, it's not a real celestial body, but it really represents a certain point or aberration in the chart. And it helps to understand where certain provocations, temptations, turn-ons, fears, trials, taboos, and all kinds of things may await a person. It can represent the darker or shadow side of our personality, as well as the type of energy that would also put us in states of trepidation or, be the greatest challenge for us, or, the type of shit that might get right dead on our ass, you know what I'm saying? And, Lilith definitely manifests differently in masculine and feminine energy. And, that's hard to discern because, a lot of males don't know how to accept their femininity. So, this Lilith is going to be an internal battle for them. But if you were able to understand that being feminine doesn't mean being weak or being gay, whether that matters or not, because it shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Or if a woman has a lot of masculine energy, that, she's not for men or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? That's just not how it goes. Masculine means, projective. Feminine means receptive, okay? All that gender shit, because I had a conversation with somebody about this yesterday, that's earth shit. And I'm not concerned about earth shit, okay? I'm concerned with the soul. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you never will. Okay? And so another thing is, there are periods when the black moon Lilith is strongest, and that's in years of multiples of 9, and not years like 1999 and things like that, or 81 or 9, you know what I'm saying? It's years that are in multiples of 9 since your birthday, because it's every 9 years that Lilith makes her return. And every time, like I told y'all, we talk about a return, that means when a planet or something is returning to the place that it was at the moment of your birth. And, it's kind of at that moment that, a lot of fateful events could occur. And that might start like 5 months before and culminate like 5 months after the actual birthday in the 9th year. And, and it's really kind of considered like a major period of reckoning and addressing our own bullshit. But there's times that nothing could happen too. Okay. It's just, who knows, man. But, cause I'm not about predictions, man. I'm about self-awareness. I'm going to tell you about you and you can go to somebody else for predictions, because I prefer not to do that. Okay. And I also want to add that when it's older than that, in Greek mythology, this is known as the black moon Hecate. And it shows the darkest parts of a man, the nastiest parts of his nature. And so when we talk about the sign of Leo, y'all, Leo is the 5th sign of the zodiac, and it rules over the 5th house, and it's ruled solely by the sun. It rules over the heart. Its symbol is the lion, and it's definitely fixed fire, y'all. It definitely fixed fire, y'all. And it's quite stubborn and unmoving energetically. And Leo energy is pretty much impossible to miss, y'all, because it loves being center stage. Yeah, making an impression, that's its #1 job. This energy is extremely ambitious and magnetic, and the sense of purpose that comes with it is the absolute epitome of creative, period. It's really all about fun and flair and warmth and children and love. And wherever Leo is in your chart, it can manifest itself pretty dramatically and, enthusiastically too. And it's going to seek to bring attention to itself. And, some kind of issues that come along with this energy is to become fixed in certain opinions and principles, even and defend them to the death, even after they themselves aren't about that shit anymore. So just remember that, when dealing with Leo energy, they're always going to tell you that the pride comes before the fall, And now, if that's what it is, that is what it is. And so when we talk about having Lilith and Leo in the natal chart, attention seeking behavior. Real shit. I'm gonna tell you now that whether they openly admit it or not, these folks desire attention above all else, and they will do whatever and whoever it takes to get the spotlight placed on themselves, man. And a big part of that too is, they're being ruled by the sun. You know what I'm saying? Leo Lilith can be extremely confident too, to the point where, they're delusional, and to the point where they're portraying an inflated ego that, displays traits of arrogance, and, they kind of view themselves in an elevated position, way above where the fuck they really are in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing, big head? Like, what you doing, man? And sometimes it's so bad that they can give off the impression of somebody that's so completely fucking delusional or self-righteous that they really just refuse to accept that they ain't shit. And yeah, we all know that pride comes before the fall, but these people don't give a fuck about that. They don't care about that, man. They move like they think they shit don't stink regardless. And that's just how they go. And they feel like other motherfuckers should treat them the same like that too. And some of the negative thinking that comes along with this placement can really embody issues of these people perceiving shit that really has nothing to do with them, or, shit that wasn't derogatory at all, as a lack of respect. And with this being fixed fire, y'all, they probably gonna trip the fuck out dramatically in grand fashion. And I'm not gonna say they ain't above, putting their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? This is an inflated ego. And I can say this is somebody that, like, if you make them feel slighted in a way, or make you feel like you disrespecting them, like, they're gonna slap the shit out of you probably. And it's a trip, man. And so, they want to do some shit so everybody sees it too. And, that right there turns a lot of people off, for real. And then when that shit happens and, the Lilith and Leo person loses the attention that they were getting, shit's only gonna get fucking worse. Cause, that shit, that's the shit they can't take. And, the exaggerations, lies, manipulations, and, temper tantrums, they can get crazy. I'm talking bananas, yo. And, speaking of them in that attention-seeking behavior, and I'm just keeping it real, the worst thing that you could ever do with somebody that has Lilith and Leo is ignore these motherfuckers, man. Because, especially if you're involved with them. If you're involved with them in some kind of personal relationship, and that could mean an intimate relationship or that could mean a friendship, and you ignore them, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That ain't cool. It's gonna fuck them up, and it's gonna ignite all kinds of dark and fucked up behavior. And if you're in an intimate relationship with them and, you know, it's supposed to be exclusive or whatever's going on, I'm gonna keep it real whether they want me to tell you this or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're the type that will fuck somebody, you know what I'm saying? Not only to get that person's attention, you know what I'm saying, and get themselves the attention they desire, but also to try to get your attention and make you feel sorry for ever not putting them first. And, you know, even worse, they will manipulate and even straight up hate to make sure that all eyes stay on them. And I mean, it's real, man. And this is a requested video. You asked for it, so I'm gonna give it to you. You want me to give you Lilith and Leo? I'm gonna give you what it's about, man. And so, going even further, Leo Lilith people kind of like thrive on being creatively self-expressive, and they absolutely need recognition for their talents and creations. So if they feel like somebody that ain't up to par with them, and you know what I'm saying, for them nobody usually is. You know what I'm saying? You know, if somebody like that is getting more shine, or you know what I'm saying, or you know, getting put in a higher position in them, you know, they'll do everything in their power to shut that shit down and discredit that motherfucker. And, you know, that could mean all kinds of other shit. And it is what it is. So when it comes to the energy that, you know, that's kind of hard for them to deal with in particular, it's motherfuckers that are stubborn and confident and self-righteous, just like them. And, you know, they hate to lose above all else, man. So if there's any shot of that, it will either bring out the worst in them, and, you know, their fixed stubbornness will never ever fucking admit defeat, or, you know, they're gonna tuck tail, man, get depressed, and then, you know, do everything they fucking can to discredit or make excuses. You know, it's a motherfucker. And when it comes to their fears and their, you know, they fear public embarrassment, you know, above all else. That's something. And they'll do anything and anybody to avoid it. Even to the point where, you know, they could hide or repress their true gifts because, you know, they just, you know, mask their insecurity with boldness. That's what's on point. And when we talk about things of a sexual nature, they're extremely passionate and impulsive, but they want to be the main event. And if they are, it'll be a delightfully passionate and playful experience that you'll never forget, man. This is the king. And they seek out those experiences all the time. But, you know, the little caveat of this placement, or little treatment, is that, you know, Leo Lilith folks kind of have a tendency to sleep with people that they themselves ain't even really attracted to, or don't even fucking like, or see anything that they want to go further to, just because those other individuals express desire for them. Like, when a motherfucker wants them, like, a lot of times they feel it's their obligation to, you know, serve their people. This is the people's king. So they go bless them, man. And, you know, when you're just sleeping with people just because they like you and you don't like them and you're not attracted to them, you know, it ain't what's up. Because not only is that a manipulation to that other person, and it shouldn't make you feel very good at all in the end, it's also dangerous and fucking irresponsible. Real talk. And, you know, that is what it is, and I'm gonna leave that there. And the highest vibration of this placement is just gonna come from expressing their creativity in a constructive way and letting their natural light, you know, bring them intention instead of showing out or sleeping around. Yeah. if they can just do that, you know what I'm saying? And then also keep themselves from baller blocking if they see somebody else shining, they'll be all right. Because all they got to remember is just because you build like that, it don't mean you have to build like that, man. You do not have to feed into any of that negative bullshit. You don't have to let any dumb shit affect you, man. You can just keep growing because all this shit's in all of us. It don't matter if you have Lilith and Leo. It don't matter if you have Lilith and Capricorn. It don't matter if you have Lilith and Gemini like me, man. Like, it don't make a fuck, man. What you do with it is what you do with it. Then after that, it ain't about what you do. It's about how you do it. Like I said, and that's some priceless knowledge in itself. And this has been some priceless knowledge of itself, man. And I appreciate all the love and support. If y'all are interested in the astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below or email me at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. And that's also if y'all want to fuck with me on the merch, man. On top of everything else, man, I want to tell y'all that, what I forget. Like, share, and subscribe, and keep it real till next time. Y'all probably see me like Monday or Tuesday. I don't know yet. Probably Tuesday. Because I ain't never on time. But who knows, man. I got a lot of readings to do, and I love all y'all.